Hello, hello, and welcome back to No, I'm Not a Human. This is part 11. Last time, we figured out the first step of the Mushroom Man's quest. And by figured out, I mean I cheated. This time, hopefully, I won't have to cheat again to reach the completion of it. And hopefully we can wrap up the game today. But yes, so let me get my bearings a little bit here. Diplomacy Day, right? I think at this point we're just like waiting until the Mushroom Man comes back. So I have to play responsibly until he returns. Sorry, I'm like checking my notes for like what's day 10. FEMA visit 4. Oh, right. We let in the You and I, We're Immortal guy. And we also let in the politician. So we have to check on them. Let's just start with the politician. You know, it's all the same stuff. Like, he says the same things. But I'll give him a beer and... I don't... Okay, we didn't do this. I don't give a shit about your money.
Alright, you think about the system, do you? Everyone needs money. The whole damn world runs on it, I tell you. Fine. Take this then.
You're receiving a kombucha jar.
Nobody civilized.
Okay, same thing. So we got the kombucha from him. So the question is, do we want to kombucha now? And the answer is yes. Because this will help me. A, now I won't have to redo the first half of the Mushroom Man's quest, and B, I can just immediately suss out who is a visitor and who isn't here, and then we can go from there. Okay, let me take a look at you, buddy.
There's me, a mister. Go on then, take a good look.
Okay. You're a rich man. You should have good teeth, so I shouldn't look for that. You're literally in a bathtub, so if you had dirty hands, it would be crazy, but you shouldn't have them because you're in a bathtub, so they should be washed off. Your eyes, I can't really make any heads or tails of. The armpits are... I don't understand the armpit sign. I thought that they were supposed to be clean-shaven. But... the ballerina has hairy pits. They're just really sweaty and gross. But obviously this guy would have sweaty and gross pits, either because he's literally in a fucking bathtub, or because he's literally fucking sweating buckets. So neither of those really do anything for me. I could check his ears, or I could take his photo, or I could check his eyes. Let's do the photo.
Go on, let's let me get up for the good old days.
Okay. I mean, it's a dark and red photo, but I don't really see anything, like, too crazy.
Well then, how do I look? Still the same old me?
Alright. Well, that was inconclusive. Yo. Man, I'm just dying for a drink. What did you say? I mean, when you said we were immortal? After death, we reincarnate and live again, then we die once more, and the cycle of rebirth continues. I know that's how that sounds, but if you could see what I'd seen, you'd understand. Maybe the visitors were once human, then reborn. I'm certain nature keeps plenty of secrets from us. Okay. I wanted to ask you. I knew you'd say that. Okay, is there anything about this guy in particular? Also, I think he's making a meta commentary, by the way, of like, oh, how we're immortal because like we keep being reincarnated and living the same events over and over again. Yeah. It's like it's being very meta. It's doing the same thing as like the psychics early in the game when they were like, oh, don't drink the kombucha. It's controlling you from beyond space and time. And it's like, yeah, it's me. It's me, the player, controlling him. So, you know. Anyway, teeth, meh. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about him, so the teeth could be an interesting sign. If he has bad teeth, it's clearing. If he has good teeth, it doesn't necessarily mean anything unless they're insane. Hands. I don't know. Again, he doesn't look... He's, like, actually, like, very... How do I describe this guy's design? The way that he looks, his hair is a little greasy, but otherwise he looks like... He doesn't look schlubby. He is, like, he doesn't look like a particularly clean person, but he also doesn't look like a particularly dirty person. Neither does he look like a particularly affluent person or a particularly poor person. So, like, it's not easy to sort of think about, like, oh, what would your teeth look like? How clean are you? Like, you know, these kinds of things. Armpits, I mean, he is a man, so if he had hairy armpits, that would check out. But, like, also, again, the armpit sign is, I just feel like it might be, like, mistranslated or something, but I just don't get the armpit sign. I thought the whole thing was that they're supposed to be clean shaven. The eyes, I don't know. The eyes are also maybe. Photo, whatever, ears. Ears I've never even seen work, and I've only checked it like 2 times. And it's never given me anything. I'm trying not to get it wrong. Now, haven't slept in days. Okay, again, I don't know what's wrong with the... Also, this guy has rapid pupil movement, which is a later sign that they say is a sign of being a visitor. But why is there so much shit wrong with the eyes of every single fucking person in this game? Like, what is this? This doesn't look like an eye. Like where is his pupil? I can't even see it. Hard to sleep when your daughter's gone. Okay. So both of those tests were inconclusive. Luckily, we saved. So, honestly, what I could do is just shoot one of them and then figure it out from there. But I don't know. I'm trying to play the game, okay? Show me your teeth. His teeth are not perfect, straight, or white. Like they're white, but they're good, but they're not perfect. Haven't had much chance to brush in the past few weeks. Lucky me. Okay. That's leading me to believe that the politician is the visitor. But we can't shoot him until I reload, because we're out of energy. The other thing we could do is just play the FEMA roulette and just hope that they take him. But then the whole... Oh, wait. Am I dead, actually? Oh, okay. I am not dead yet. Pale Man is tomorrow night. So I basically just have to, like, let people in and pray to God. So, yeah, I don't think we kill anybody here regardless of... like, I don't... Like, regardless of what happens, I don't think we kill anybody in this house right now. Because FEMA will come and take 2 people. And if we're lucky, it's 2 people who are not... Oh, okay. It's already the Mushroom Man.
Seems like the festival's still coming after all. There's so much chaos within the mycelium that the ritual, well, just didn't work.
Why didn't it work?
Something's gone cuckoo inside the mycelium. When too much malice builds up in its threads, it gosh darn clogs everything up it does. The mushrooms are like a liver, trying to purge the body of poison. But lately, there's been so much malice. The mushroom has grown beyond all bounds. I didn't want to have to do this, but I think we'll have to journey to Mushroom Land.
Mushroom Land?
Oh, how wrong you are, dear boy. It's a scary place that no man has ever been to. And truth be told, it would be better that way. But alas, we have no choice. We must stop the festival, no matter what. Are you ready to go with me to Mushroom Land?
Sure.
Oh, that's the spirit, my boy. Gather your things and... Hold on, gosh darn second. Let me see your watch. Midnight? Oh, goodness me. We're late. Come along now, lickety-split, before the gate to Mushroom Land closes.
Oh. Mushrooms are something else you know. Oh! They can grow very fast when things go bad. I don't know who's talking. I'm just going to do my regular narration. They can grow up, 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 as fast as a beanstalk, right before your very eyes. Makes you wonder what will become of them once the clock strikes midnight. And the bigger the mushrooms, the more clumps of malice gather in the mycelium. Why, the cap could cover the whole earth. I assume it's the mushroom man speaking, but whatever. Until there's nothing left. And now, dear boy, the mycelium must find a way to unleash all that rage. Fiddlesticks. Our ritual is supposed to calm it down. The apple seeds were meant to remind it of the bond between humans and mushrooms. What? But it seems the mycelium's gone cuckoo now, blinded by the fury trapped within its threads. Mushroom Land is out there somewhere. Quickly, my dear boy. We have to stop the mycelium before the mushroom grows too large. Follow me, lickety-split. Underground we go. Fiddlesticks. Looks like we're too late, my dear boy. Well, alrighty then. Say, you still got some of that kombucha? What? Shroom or Doom, perform the mushroom ritual. Okay, I thought that there was gonna be like way more to this. I didn't realize that we were just another night away from getting the ending. Also, like, what? Is that like a fucking joke ending? Like a UFO ending? I just don't know how to parse that because it's like meaningless. It's just like, okay, the mushrooms. Oh, the mushrooms are big and scary. And it's like, oh, the mushroom grew and it killed the world. Anyway, let's have some kombucha. What? What? What are we talking about? Like, the whole ending is so much better. Was that added in the, like, the Usual Suspects update, this mushroom shit, or was that always here? I don't know. I guess I kind of understand why you can't, because, like, the Mushroom Man, I think, literally doesn't even show up until you beat the game at least one time. Like, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So I understand why you can't get the Mushroom Man until your second playthrough now, because that ending is bizarre and doesn't make any sense. Sometimes I feel like the game flirts with surrealist ideas too much. I just really don't like. Is that supposed to be funny? Is just like I literally don't get it. Like like I don't understand that at all. Like I'm not sure if that's supposed to mean anything. It doesn't seem like it. Like the apples are supposed to remind the mushroom the connection between humans and mushrooms, and I'm like sitting there being like, what? What does that mean? Like, what are you talking about? Is this like some cultural reference that I'm not understanding? Because this isn't a Western game. So I just like... Okay, well, just face the wall. No, I'm just saying. Okay. At this point, I thought that there was going to be like at least another the juice of another episode for this whole thing, and I think we've been going for like what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So I think what I'm going to do here, really quick, is I'm just going to look up if there are any endings that I haven't gotten, and we're gonna see if there's more to do in this game. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I've done a little bit of research. I haven't looked into what the endings are, but I've done a little bit of research. So there are 3 more endings that we have not seen. And they are all endings that I'm not sure if you're supposed to, like, I mean, like, it's one of those things where I think you could run into them by role-playing or just playing the game in very particular ways, but they're not endings that are like signposted. They feel very like bonus-esque, but essentially there's one ending that is very hard to get, that requires you remember the lady who like slept in our bed with us? You need to have her in the house, and eventually you get an ending if you do the right things with her. There's an ending where you join FEMA, where basically if you as the hustler would say, if you tongue the ring a little bit, FEMA will eventually be like, hey, you're pretty chill, you want to join FEMA? So you can join FEMA. I'm not sure, like, I haven't seen the ending, so I don't know like what the vibe is for each one. But then what was the third one? Oh, god damn it, I can't remember. Those were the 2 that immediately popped into my mind. 1 second. I'll go look. The page is still open in the browser. Let's see. The last one that we didn't get. Oh, and then there's one that you get where if you kill a bunch of humans, like specifically you kill humans, not visitors. You kill like chill normal people. So those are the 3 endings that we have yet to achieve. I assume that there are also many quests in the game, like again, like helping Mr. Weird Mortal find his daughter, and with the Raincoat Child, helping out Cold Girly, fulfilling all of the Prime Minister's requests, or not the Prime Minister, he's just a minister, but fulfilling all of the minister's requests. Probably lots more. Probably lots more quests. We could try to get the FEMA ending, but I'd have to reset, I think. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm kind of done with this game. I like it. I like it a lot. But I'm kind of done with the game, and the endings that we have not yet gotten, I just don't, after seeing this mushroom ending, I just don't have the trust that they'll reveal anything narratively significant that will sort of change my appraisal of what this game is in any significant way. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if you'd like. I'd be interested to hear about it. But I'm not so certain that that's what I really want to be doing. So, it sucks that the video is going to be real short here. But I guess we can take a moment to chat a little bit about this game. Even though I basically kind of gave most of my major ending thoughts at the end of episode 9. But essentially, I think an appraisal of this game, I think it's excellent. Like, the mood of the game is so well done. I love the visuals of the game as well. Like, the designs of all of the people are so interesting. Like, there's something very delightful about this game and the way that it renders people. Because in a lot of media, humans are not depicted as ugly very often. Like, or if they are depicted as ugly, it's meant to reflect an element of themselves. Like it's like if they're depicted as ugly, it's meant to reflect that they are also an ugly person internally as well. But there's a skew towards the beautiful in the depiction of humans in media. And so what I really love about this game, even in this game that is all about alienation and feeling separate from your fellow man, is how kind of gross and vile and weird and ugly and strange all of the people who arrive at your door are, or even all of the just like people that you see, like I assume this is the protagonist's mother, and you know, she's like, I don't want to call her ugly. I don't think she's ugly, but she doesn't like fit conventional beauty standards, like the way that her skull is shaped and the, like, you know, all of this other stuff. Like, and I love that about this game. Like, I think it's so good and fun to have a game that is sort of about humanity and sort of like peering into what makes a person human, and to choose to depict humanity as not just beautiful people. Like, I really love that. I think it's such a wonderful design decision, and also just a wonderful artistic decision. And I just think it's so good. So beyond that, beyond just the visuals of this game, which are absolutely excellent, the writing is so excellent too. Like, this game, it's not a happy story. I mean, it's a horror game, so obviously it isn't. But it's not a happy story in the sense of, like, there really isn't a way that you can move through the game where it will end well for almost anyone. It's just a reckoning with human mortality and weakness, and the lack of the promise of tomorrow in a lot of ways. And it's a reckoning with, you know, the idea of we can get through this together, or which is to say that, you know, being together is not always enough to get through hard times. And it's, you know, they literally say it right here. It's about loneliness and it's about isolation. It's about this feeling of not, like, of being with someone but not actually being with them, you know? And I don't know. It's just such a fascinating and interesting and beautiful sort of peek into, like, I don't know, many different facets of humanity. Like, it's just really well done in, like, so many ways. And the game is so rich and deep with excellent writing, excellent character writing, excellent humor, excellent horror. Like, it's just such a feast. It's really a delight. The only reason that I feel sort of burnt out on this game a little bit is just because of the repetitive nature of it and of the random nature of it. There are some issues with, like, I want to talk to Mr. You and I, We're Immortal, but there are no guarantees when you're playing the game that, like, you get to see through all of a character's dialogue, because they could get killed by a visitor that you let in, or they could get taken by FEMA, and, like, there's no guarantee that any particular person's story will be able to be concluded without replaying the game a lot of times or resetting a lot. And I don't have the patience for that, is sort of the problem. I think it's beautiful when you do get to, you know, finish somebody's story, but I just don't have the strength in me to be replaying this game over and over and over again to see all the dialogue for every single person. It's just not me, dog. But you know, that would be like my one major complaint about the game, is that there's lots of content and it's really nice. And and I honestly think it works well, even if like don't get me wrong. From a completionist standpoint, it sucks because it's really hard to get everything and see everything without repeating yourself like so many times. But on an initial playthrough of the game, and on an initial several playthroughs of the game, I think that it adds this fantastic atmosphere of like, well, you never get to know what the hunter said because the hunter was a visitor and you had to kill him. Like, you had to get him out of there. Like, and you know, like, you don't ever get to help the Mr. We're Immortal find his daughter because his daughter never shows up because something must have happened to her out there. And it sets this like bleak tone of all of these storylines just getting aborted because people are just dying because it's the end of the fucking world. Like, it's great. I think it's fucking excellent. It's extremely well executed. It's just like, you know, if you're the type of person who just can't let a game rest until you've seen literally everything it has to offer, you're in for some suffering, I think, trying to get everything. So that's sort of the thought that I have about that. As far as like this game, I think I've talked a lot. I think I talked a lot about sort of how I feel about like the main character and sort of like the themes of this game of being like, you know, it's about alienation, it's about loneliness, it's about isolation, it's about humanity, it's about empathy, it's about the melancholy of despair. Like, it's all of these things. So I don't really feel the need to go over that stuff again. The only thing that I want to sort of leave off on, as far as like, I don't know, I guess another criticism I have of this game is just that I think in many ways the game also flirts with surrealist ideas in a way that I don't love, just because it ends up making the game just kind of confusing in certain aspects. Like, I think the whole ending, although it is surreal, it makes sense. You know, if you just accept it at face value, it makes sense. And I don't think you need to like do any fancy like, this is a metaphor bullshit in order to understand the whole ending. Like, I think that's fine. And in the same token, I don't think you need to do any fancy this is a metaphor stuff for like the Death Cult ending where, you know, you get swallowed by the void or whatever. Like, I don't think you need to do that. But like, the game itself, the gameplay is very grounded. Like, it's very, like, you see very normal, like, you know, normal people, or very not normal, perhaps, but, you know, like, there's nothing magical going on in the story. You have a gun. People come to your house, you let them in. They might be a visitor, they kill somebody by morning, you kill the person who killed the person, you know, who killed the other human in the house. Like, it's a very grounded sort of set of circumstances. You're stuck in a house. There's no magic. Like, you're not like doing magic rituals or whatever. You're just like stuck here. There are these elements of the supernatural, of like the fact that the visitors are undead, and the fact that there's like a giant corpse eater out there that comes to burned bodies at night, and like, you know, the Oracle himself, and all of the sort of like esoteric stuff. But like, the general gameplay just doesn't like mesh entirely with supernatural or just like the like surrealist elements like that, or like, I don't know, like the Mushroom Man thing. Like, I like literally like, what is going on with that? Like, I can't even connect it to the rest of the game. Like, I just don't really get it. And when I first got the, you know, Death Cult ending, I was just sort of like, okay, like, the Death Cult was right and we got eaten by death and now we're dead. okay, like, it's like, what does that mean? Like, you know, like, what am I supposed to do with that? So I feel like the only ending of the game, like, the only endings of the game that I really think are actually particularly interesting or good are the ones where you finish the game with humans, where you finish the game with no one in the house, where you finish the game with visitors in the house, or when you get the whole ending. I think those are the endings that actually matter. And I think everything else is just kind of whatever. Um uh and you know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe people have better interpretations of that stuff than I do, but anyway. So yeah, I just think like sometimes the way the game flirts with surrealism, um, I don't love it because it just doesn't really mesh with the rest of the game very well, or at the very least, it just doesn't really often make sense. And I don't know if that's like a translation issue or if it's on purpose because it's like I understand that like Eastern European media has different like norms associated with the way that storytelling works. Like, you know, if anybody around there has ever played Pathologic or any of its sequels, like I think you would probably understand that like cryptic weird bullshit is sort of like, I don't know, it's a certain flavor uh of Eastern European media, or at least the stuff that penetrates over into the greater West. But but yeah, so I don't know. All of this to say, I really enjoyed this game. I thought it was really good. I didn't think it was perfect, but that nothing is perfect. And I thought this game is fantastic for what it was. It was very emotional. It was very well written. It was very deep. There's so many great characters, so many great visuals. There's a cat. It's the perfect game, honestly. And I'm really glad that I played it, and I'm really glad that, you know, you guys have joined me for this little journey. And I'm also really glad that I am done. Because replaying this game over and over and over again has not been my favorite element of it. Like, obviously, I love getting the new stories and stuff, but the very RNG nature of the game, in a lot of ways, is frustrating and not super fun to just be trying to record and make an entertaining video series out of all of the time. But it's fine. You know, I think ultimately this game is still excellent. I loved playing it, and I did like recording it. Like I did genuinely like recording it. It's just, you know, I think I'm done with it. So I don't know. I guess that's all there is to say. And I've managed to vamp so that the video is like 30 minutes long. But, you know, if you didn't make it all the way through my final discussion of the game, I can't blame you. I understand. So I just want to say, thank you guys all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed this game. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next series, whatever I decide that will be. So thanks again, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.